Harry Potter, one of the greatest book series and movie series in my opinion. But the key to a good story is the characters. Today we will be talking about the life of Rubeus Hagrid. Rubeus Hagrid was born on December 6, 1928. He was born with a giantess as a mother and a muggle father. Hagrid first went to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry in the year 1940. In Hagrid's second year at Hogwarts, his father died. The following year he was expelled from Hogwarts after being framed by Tom Riddle aka Voldemort for opening the Chamber of Secrets and setting his spider on students and eventually killing one.
I'm going to have to turn you in, Hagrid. I don't think you meant it to kill anyone, Hagrid.
You can't. You don't understand.
The dead girl's parents will be here tomorrow. The least Hogwarts can do is make sure the thing that killed their daughter is slaughtered, Hagrid.
It wasn't him. Aragog never killed no one. Never.
Monsters don't make good pets, Hagrid. Now stand aside, Hagrid.
No.
Stand aside, Hagrid.
No!
Si stam aperi, Hagrid!
Arania Exile! Aragog! Aragog!
I can't let you go, Hagrid. They'll have your wand for this, Hagrid. You'll be expelled, Hagrid.
After Hagrid was expelled, he was allowed to stay on the ground as the groundskeeper. Many years later, Hagrid went to the Potter's house and retrieved Harry Potter after his parents have been murdered by Voldemort. He used Sirius Black's flying motorcycle to take him to Privet Drive, where he met Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall to give him to the Dursleys. Hagrid spent about 10 years at Hogwarts after he dropped Harry off at the Dursleys as the groundskeeper. After 10 years, when Hogwarts was trying to reach Harry Potter, he went to the Dursleys' shack they were in and took Harry to Diagon Alley. When he was there, he tried to turn Dudley Dursley into a pig, but since he was expelled in his third year, he only managed to give him a pigtail.
Muggle.
Non-magic folk. This boy's had his name down ever since you were born. He's going to the finest school of witchcraft and wizardry in the world, and he will be under the finest headmaster that Hogwarts has ever seen, Albus Dumbledore.
I will not pay to have some crackpot old fool teach him magic tricks.
Never insult Albus Dumbledore in front of me.
Hagrid goes with Harry to Diagon Alley and goes to Gringotts Bank with him. He receives the Sorcerer's Stone from the vault, also buys Harry a pet owl while he's there. During the start of the school year, Harry, Ron and Hermione find Fluffy, Hagrid's three-headed dog. Hagrid let it slip that what Fluffy is guarding has something to do with Nicholas Flamel. When Hagrid gets a pet dragon named Norbert, he tells Harry, Ron and Hermione without realizing when he got a dragon egg. The person who got it from asked about Fluffy the three-headed dog. He mistakenly told him that if you play a little bit of music he will go right to sleep. A little bit later he has Norbert sent to Romania to be with other dragons.
Hagrid, what exactly is that?
That? It's
I know what that is. But Hagrid, how did you get one?
I won it off a stranger I met down the pub. Seemed quite glad to be rid of it, as a matter of fact.
Is that a dragon? That's not just a dragon. That's a Norwegian ridgeback. My brother Charlie works with these in Romania.
Isn't he beautiful? Oh, bless him, look, he knows his mummy. Hello, Norbert.
Norbert.
Yeah, well, he's got to have a name, doesn't he? Oh, you, Norbert. Hey. Ooh! Ooh! Well, he'll have to be trained up a bit, of course.
At the end of Hogwarts term, Hagrid say goodbye to Harry at the train station. The next year the Chamber of Secrets is opened and Hagrid was blamed for it because it was believed he had done it in the past. He was taken to Azkaban, the prison guarded by the Dementors.
Of course, come in, come in.
That's Dad's boss. Cornelius Fudge, Minister of Magic.
Bad business, Hagrid, very bad business. Had to come. 3 attacks on Muggle-borns. Things have gone far enough. The Ministry's got to act.
But I never. No, you know I'm never Professor.
I want it understood, Cornelius, that Hagrid has my full confidence.
Albus, look, Hagrid's record is against him. I've got to take him.
Take me? Take me where? Not Azkaban prison.
I'm afraid we have no choice, Hagrid. Hagrid. Well?
If anybody was looking for some stuff, then all they'd have to do would be to follow the spiders. Yep, that'd lead them right. That's all I have to say. Oh, and someone will need to feed Fang while I'm away.
After leading Harry and Ron to the spiders, they found out that Hagrid was not the culprit ever and that it was Voldemort. When this was found out, Hagrid was released from Azkaban.
Sorry I'm late. The owl that delivered my release papers got all lost and confused. Some ruddy bird called Errol. I'd just like to say that if it hadn't been for you, Harry, and Ron, and Hermione, of course, I would, I'd still be you know where. So I'd just like to say thanks.
During the 3rd year, Hagrid is promoted to Magical Creatures Professor. During the year, one of the creatures that he has injures Draco Malfoy. The creature's name is Buckbeak. The creature is sentenced to death and Hagrid is very upset. Ron, Harry, Hermione end up saving Buckbeak.
How'd it go, Hagrid? The hearing?
Well, first off, the committee members took turns talking about why we were there. And then I got up and did my piece, said how Buckbeak was a good hippogriff, always cleaned his feathers. And then Lucius Malfoy got up. Well, you can imagine, he said, Buckbeak was a deadly and dangerous creature who would kill you as soon as look at you.
And then?
And then he asked for the worst, did old Lucius.
They're not sacking you.
No, I'm not sacked. Buckbeak's been sentenced to death.
I really think I should sign as well.
Yes, very well. Well, that would be a good thing.
Okay, Buckbeak, come on quickly. Come with us now, okay? Come on.
Very happy.
Keep trying. Come on.
Yes.
Buckbeak, okay. Quickly. Hurry up, okay?
Here on the line. Your name only.
It's a very long name.
Hurry up now, Buckbeak, okay?
Come on, Buckbeak. Look at the nice dead ferret. Come on. It's here. Come on, Beaky.
And here we are, Minister. Follow me. Now look there. See?
Where?
Look, beyond the rock.
What am I supposed to see?
The Professor Dimmitt had that ling planted when he was headmaster.
Oh, yes, indeed, indeed.
And all the strawberries, you see.
Strawberries? I see no strawberries.
Over there. Over there, look.
Let's get this over, please.
All right.
But where is it? I saw the beast just now. Not a moment ago.
How extraordinary.
Beak.
Oh, come now, Dumbledore.
At the end of the year, Buckbeak ends up saving Sirius Black. The next year, the Triwizard Tournament begins. Hagrid meets a giant Madame Maxime and they end up becoming really good friends. Since Hagrid is the groundskeeper, he made the final Triwizard Challenge. After Harry and Cedric win the tournament, Cedric is killed and Harry comes back with his body. Hagrid witnesses all of this. In the end, he says goodbye to Madame Maxime and goes on his way.
Save me, take it! Together! 1, 2, 3! You okay? Yeah, you? Where are we? I've been here before. It's a port key. Harry, the cup is a port key. I've been here before. In a dream. Cedric, we have to get back to the cup. Now! What are you talking about? Ah! 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 Harry, what is... Get back to the cup! Ah! What do you want? Kill the spare! Avada Kedavra! No! Cedric!
In the 5th year, Hagrid goes on a mission to meet with giants living in Europe. He ends up bringing home his half-brother. Hagrid is attacked by a group of owls on Professor Umbridge's orders. He returns to Hogwarts at the end of the year.
Groppy. Brought you some company. I couldn't just leave him because he's my brother. Blimey. Well, half-brother, really. He's completely harmless, just like I said. A little high-spirited is all. Robbie, that is not polite.
We could do something.
We talked about this. You do not grab, do you? That's your new friend, Hermione.
Groppy!
Grop! Put me down. Now.
In the 6th year, Dumbledore is killed. Death Eaters attack Hagrid's hut and set it on fire. Fang is injured. Hagrid carries him to safety. During Dumbledore's funeral, Hagrid carries his body to the funeral.
Please. Avada Kedavra.
fourth eye back!
No! He belongs to the Dark Lord.
At the beginning of the year, Hagrid transports Harry to the safe house. When this happens, they are attacked and Hedwig is killed. Mad-Eye Moody also was killed later at the Battle of Hogwarts. Hagrid is captured by Death Eaters, and when Voldemort kills Harry, he carries his body back. When the fighting resumes, Harry kills Voldemort and the war is over.
Head for the burrows. We'll rendezvous there. On the count of 3. Hold tight, Harry. 1, 2.
No! What are you doing here?
Quiet!
Harry Potter. The boy who lived. Come to die.
After the series ends, Hagrid continues his job as a teacher at Hogwarts for the rest of his life. I was unable to find out when he died. All I can say is Hagrid is one of the greatest characters in the Harry Potter series. He is heartwarming and humble. Like I said earlier, the key to a great story is great characters, and Hagrid was one.